A presentation about all my Pokemon Ribbon Masters on the Switch. My first Ribbon Master was Nemesis the Spiritomb from Pokemon Go. I made my first Ribbon Master video all the way back in February 2023, and I remember the main reason I made the video was because I couldn't find any information about Ribbon Masters originating from Pokemon Go. I was searching it up and thinking, why hasn't anyone else made a video on this? Fine, if no one else is doing it, I'll do it myself. My first 3 Ribbon Masters were all from Pokemon Go, and I wanted to salvage and transfer out as many Pokemon out of that dying gacha mobile game that is Pokemon Go. For this Spiritomb specifically, it is a sentimental and special shiny that I got as part of the 2020 Halloween special research. Nemesis is a name that whispers of ancient judgment. Born from 108 tormented souls and bound to an odd keystone for sins long past, Spiritomb is not merely a spectre of the dead. It is a shadow shaped by retribution and time. My second Ribbon Master is Guan Yu, the Gardevoir, from the first Pokemon Go Ralts Community Day. I was trying to go with a Romance of the Three Kingdoms theme with the nicknames, since the Gardevoir Evolutionary line is like an unofficial Valentine's mascot in Pokemon Go. Gardevoir redefines the meaning of loyalty, righteousness, and bravery. Its graceful feminine design and unwavering chivalry, exemplified by its willingness to sacrifice its life to protect its trainer, are the epitome of the sublime. I really like Gardevoir's lore and design. I liked its role in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team as a guardian angel that visits a hero's dreams, and how it has a secret connection with Gengar. From memory, Gardevoir is based on French knights, particularly emphasizing the concept of a devoted protector. I like its elegance and the vibe of a high-class lady in a dress. My third Ribbon Master is Luibu, the Gallade, also originating from the 2019 Ralts Community Day in Pokemon Go. There is way more merchandise for Gardevoir compared to Gallade. Gallade follows a medieval knight inspiration, but with a Roman gladiator helmet design for the fin on its head. Gallade embodies the soul of a courteous, chivalrous, and gallant knight. A formidable warrior, he is a force to be reckoned with. As Gardevoir's counterpart, Gallade stands as a perfect balance between power and honor. I like trying to have a theme or connection between multiple Ribbon Masters. Due to the second Ralts Community Day, I thought I'd try completing the whole Ralts Evolutionary line originating from Pokemon Go. In essence, Gardevoir and Gallade are from the 2019 Ralts Community Day, and the Ralts and Kirlia are from the 2025 Ralts Community Day. I'm still trying to come up with nicknames that fit. Kirlia has a ballet dancer motif and is wearing a tutu, while Ralts resembles a shy, sensitive young child. Overall, the Ralts Evolutionary line have solid, well-thought-out designs. Iron Valiant is my channel mascot and my 4th Ribbon Master. Canon Gardevoir and Gallade Paradox Fusion. Best of both worlds. Iron Valiant has a reasonably high base stat total, being a fast and strong mixed attacker with a fantastic typing. It's a sleek, elegant, and classy robot created by a mad scientist.
I am mad scientist. It's so cool. Son of a bitch.
Despite having the secondary typings of Barrier and Fighting from Gardevoir and Gallade, Iron Valiant is said to be the most powerful psychic type of them all. Nicknames I considered included 2B from Nier Automata. Did you know that the Japanese voice actress for 2B, Yui Ishikawa, is the same person who voiced Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan? In the anime Attack on Titan, or Shingeki no Kyojin for the weebs, Mikasa is super obsessed with Eren. She is very much a devoted protector, and she's strong as hell. I admire her. She's my hero. After ribboning a shiny Iron Valiant, I thought, let's get a non-shiny one nicknamed Valor. Valor refers to being virtuous, brave, and having great courage in the face of adversity or danger. Partner Ribbon Blueberry Academy Trio. Once you've done one Ribbon Master, you've probably done them all. Katie's Honeycomb the Vespiquen was completed as part of a video project to get all Switch ribbons. Bees are cute and they make honey. When I was making the video, Vespiquen was able to go to all the Pokemon Switch games that had ribbons in them. I had been planning on making the video 3 months earlier, but delayed it because of the partner ribbon being data mined. I had to wait for the Scarlet Violet Indigo Disc DLC to drop and bide my time and hold on to the idea. I knew the idea itself would be successful because A, no one else was doing it, and B, I saw demand for it online. I felt like I was being consumed by the idea, thinking to myself, I have to be the first to make this. I was originally going to make the video of a shiny Vespiquen, but then I was playing through the Indigo Disc DLC, doing all the Blueberry Academy trades. I saw Katie's combi with the partner ribbon, not to be confused with the partner mark, and thought, this is a joke, right? I need to do the ribbon quest with Katie's combi instead, otherwise it'd be a huge missed opportunity. The reason why I only do Switch Ribbon Masters is because of limited time, money, and energy. Pokemon games and merchandise is actually really expensive. How can people afford to buy Pokemon stuff in this economy? And then I realized, it's called making poor financial decisions. Yeah, Blitzle. Blitzle blends right in with the room's new black and white decor. It's so cute. You have to beat the director of the Blueberry Academy, Cyrano, as part of a secret boss battle in order to get the shiny Blitzle with the partner ribbon. Getting the shiny Blitzle is basically proof that you've finished the game. In terms of nicknames, it was either Zebra, Low, or Blitzkrieg, a German word for lightning war, where you overwhelm the enemy with a fast, decisive military attack. In true Game Freak fashion, nicknaming Blitzle Zebra somehow ends up being more original. Nemona's Zona Nemona or Paldean Tauros combat breed was one that had to be ribbon mastered at all costs. My favorite character in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is Nemona because she is the best, most relevant, interesting, beautiful, funny, inspirational, intelligent, kind, loyal, talented, caring, generous, happy, friendly, powerful, hardworking, polite, perfect, brave, confident, compassionate, sincere, energetic, wholesome, and wise character to ever grace the Pokemon franchise. The video with Paldean Tauros was supposed to be my last Ribbon Master video. The video concept was how long might it take to get all the ribbons in Paldea. I never wanted to be a Ribbon Master channel. It's just not sustainable for me to keep making Ribbon Master videos. I hope other people make Ribbon Master content because I'm tapped out of ideas for it. Honourable Favorites. Solaris the Radiant. This Volcarona was obtained through sandwiches, save scumming, and a boost from Shiny, Mark, and Catching Charms combined. Named after Solaris Temple from Path of Exile, Volcarona appears in Pokemon Black and White within the ruins of Relic Castle. The name Solaris is derived from the Latin word for sun, perfectly capturing Volcarona's radiant and fiery nature. A powerful and magnificent moth, it embodies supreme strength and the brilliance of the sun. I also ribbon mastered the Charcadet family because they are top-tier designs and already had most of the ribbons from normal gameplay. Ceruledge. Driven by an unrelenting desire to win, Ceruledge stops at nothing to achieve victory. It cuts down its enemies without mercy or remorse, its flaming bitter blades draining their life force and feeding its own growing power with every strike. Armarouge. A fiercely loyal Pokemon, Armarouge stands as both a distinguished warrior and steadfast companion. Guided by the principles of fair and honourable combat, it faces every battle with resolute determination and an unshakable sense of justice. Tatsugiri, the former Titan, is so cute. Inspired by nigiri sushi, this deceptively delicate Pokemon may look physically frail, but make no mistake, it's incredibly intelligent. Though it lacks brute strength, it more than makes up for it with its sharp wit and strategic cunning. With an almost constant raised eyebrow expression, Tatsugiri always seems to be silently judging your life choices. Brains? Maxed out. Brawn? Non-existent. Vibes? Immaculate. Shiny Mythical the Cherished Pokemon Home Pokedex Completion Trio. The first Pokemon Home Pokedex I completed was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which rewarded Shiny Meloetta. In Meloetta's case, it took more time to complete the Pokédexes than to get all the Paldea ribbons. It's a Pokemon personification of music, and I'm glad it finally got a chance to shine in the Switch games. The next one I did was Shiny Manaphy after completing the Pokemon Home BDSP Pokédex. I'm a Gen 4 gal. I remember farming blue gummies to feed Manaphy from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. I'm glad they gave an accessible way to get Shiny Manaphy, and it's the first time it's available without Shiny Lock shenanigans from what I know of. Afterwards, I did Shiny Keldeo because I already finished the Scarlet Violet, BDSP and Legends Arceus Pokédexes in Pokemon Home. I had a good amount of the Gala Pokedex entries already completed. I just had to grind out the rest and I wanted a shiny toothpaste pony. The next shiny mythical Pokemon was Crimson Red the Shiny Genesect. I thought I'd revisit my first Ribbon Master concept from years ago by doing one more originating from Pokemon Go. The focus was on recording footage for getting the Best Buddy ribbon in Pokemon Go. Since it was only available in Gala, it wouldn't have taken too long for Genesect to get all the ribbons it could once it was ported over to the Switch. Moreover, I just needed a Bug Steel type Ribbon Master to round things off. My final bunch of Ribbon Masters that I'll present are the Treasures of Ruin Quartet. I love the lore and the unique designs of each. The Treasures of Ruin are inspired by the cursed ancient artifacts rooted in Chinese mythology, particularly the concept of the Four Perils, malevolent beasts born from chaos and corruption. Each was born when a powerful negative emotion became fused with a treasured artifact, corrupting them and bringing them to life. Their destructive power was so great that ancient civilizations sealed them away in hidden shrines scattered across the Paldea region. To awaken them, one must first remove 32 mystical stakes tied to each shrine, unlocking the seals that have bound them for centuries. The fear poured into an ancient ritual vessel has clad itself in rocks and dirt to become Ting-Lu. A towering moose-like beast, Ting-Lu bears a massive bronze ritual vessel on its head. These resemble ancient Chinese cauldrons used during sacred offerings and funeral rites. Bronze ritual vessels were powerful symbols of authority, reverence, and aspirations for the throne. The grudge of a person punished for writing the king's evil deeds upon wooden tablets have clad itself in dead leaves to become Wo-Chien. There's the idea of the king committing so many crimes that it was difficult to record them all on bamboo slips. Even using up the bamboos from the mountains would not be enough to right the emperor's sins. Even using all the water in the East Sea would not be enough to wash away his crimes. The hatred of those who perished by the sword long ago has clad itself in snow and become Chien-Pao. This legendary snow leopard literally has two massive swords for fangs, almost like a saber-toothed cat. Supposedly in Eastern folklore, swords can become saturated with the hatred of those killed, that they become sentient. Finally, the envy accumulated within curved beads that sparked multiple conflicts have clad itself in fire and become Chi-Yu. Likely based on Magatama or precious spiritual beads, these are often seen in East Asian cultures as items of great mystical value. Chi-Yu, being a goldfish made of fire and jade beads, connects to traditional symbolism of wealth and prosperity in Chinese culture, but twisted by jealousy into a destructive form. Thanks so much for watching Project Pokemon Ribbon Masters. I really hope you enjoyed the video. This has been a long project for me over the past few years, and I'm glad I could share it with you. I'd love to hear what you think. Leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe for more exciting updates and future projects.